There are 5 agents right now that are absolutely dominating the meta in Valorant, and if you're not playing them, you're missing out on free RR. These agents are being absolutely abused by top players to rapidly climb the ranks, and we're about to spill the beans on why. So sit back in your seat, grab your popcorn, and stick around, because today we're going to be showing you exactly who you should be playing if you're looking to climb right now in Valorant. Remember though, it's not just enough to know who to play, you have to know how to play them. Over at SkillCapped, we've recently opened up our Discord to allow SkillCapped subscribers to submit their VODs for review from our Radiant coaches. Send in a replay and we'll take a look at it and let you know exactly what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. We can help you improve. All you gotta do is check out SkillCapped and we'll do the rest. Get started today with the link in the description below for a discount, and other than that, let's get into the video. Starting off with our very first agent that has returned to the meta relatively recently, Omen. Omen is an exceptional carry agent in Valorant because he can use his abilities in so many dynamic ways to outplay his enemies. On top of his ability to outplay, because his dark cover allows him to deploy smokes anywhere on the map, he's almost always valuable for his team, regardless of where the enemies end up pushing, giving him the ability to be easily one of the most impactful agents in the game. Looking at his paranoia, it's widely known to be one of the most powerful blinds in the game, and his shrouded step enables him to even be an effective entry for his team at times, despite the fact that he's a controller. Let's not forget the global pressure that abilities like From the Shadows can provide, allowing Omen to even pinch sights on attack in ways that you just couldn't find from any other agent. This ability can be used for various purposes, such as scouting enemy locations, regrouping with teammates, or even picking up a dropped spike to save the round. It is important that Omen is mindful of where he's teleporting, as not to get himself killed, but overall, this is easily one of the most underrated ultimates in the game, and players are starting to realize this. Finally, Omen is a versatile agent who can adapt to different situations and playstyles. He can play as a controller who supports his team with smokes and lurks, or as an initiator who scouts for info with his ultimate and backs his duelists up with flashes. He's both aggressive and passive, and easily one of the best controllers for matchmaking, which is why you likely see him so often. He has a high skill ceiling and potential for creativity and outplays. If you're looking for the best controller for solo queue, look no further than Omen. Moving on to Valorant's premier staller, Sage. Sage is easily one of the best agents in the game at slowing down a push, and this definitely comes in handy in solo queue, where it seems like rushing sites is all teams know how to do. By being able to stall push for just a few seconds, you can easily buy your team enough time to rotate over and help out. On top of this, she can use her healing orb to restore health to herself or an ally, or her ultimate ability Resurrection to bring back a fallen teammate to life. This makes her very valuable in clutch situations where every player counts. Oftentimes, rounds in Valorant are decided simply by which team has more members alive, which makes having a Sage in your team invaluable. The most important part of Sage's kit, of course, though, is her barrier orb. This wall can be used to cut off sight lines, create cover, boost allies to higher ground, or block the spike off. Sage's wall dynamically changes how the game is played by providing a bunch of new strategies for how to approach, executes, or retakes, which is just something not every agent does. Or she can use it to block off a common entrance and force enemies to take another route. She can even use it to create new default plant locations for your team that are much safer to use. Having the ability to change the game so dynamically is what always makes Sage a good pick in Valorant, and we can promise your teammates won't be complaining about a Sage when you're picking them up off the ground. Now it's time for everyone's favorite duelist, coming straight from Mexico. Reyna is exactly what players think of when it comes to carrying. She is one of the most aggressive agents in Valorant, who can take on multiple enemies at once and come out on top. When the name of the game is isolating gunfights, Reyna can almost throw all of that out the window due to her instant dismiss. She has almost no team utility, but instead has an overly selfish kit that will either make the player fall flat or take complete control of a game. Reyna's strength lies in her ability to snowball with each kill she scores. She can use Devour to heal herself up to 150 health after killing an enemy, or Dismiss to become invulnerable and reposition herself safely, making her an incredibly strong choice for anyone looking to solo carry. When Reyna is most scary is after popping Empress, which, since the ability is only 6 ult orbs, she should be able to do multiple times per half, making her a powerhouse of an agent. Reyna's weakness is her reliance on performance. She needs to get kills to activate her abilities, otherwise she is just a regular agent with a gun, meaning if you're not much of an aimer, she's probably not for you. She also has no way of helping her teammates with information, stall, or smokes, making her a pretty bad team player. She's a very high-risk, high-reward agent who requires good aim, positioning, and decision-making skills to be effective. If she fails to get kills or uses her abilities poorly, she can be easily countered by coordinated teams. Luckily, you're not playing against coordinated teams in solo queue, so I wouldn't expect to get punished too much. If you're looking for a powerhouse carry agent, Reyna is your gal. However, it's time now to talk about easily one of the most popular agents in Valorant. Jett is easily the most iconic and powerful agent in Valorant due to her unique mobility and agility. She can use her abilities to cover a lot of ground, both vertically and horizontally, making her hard to track and predict for the average player. Jett is especially effective with the operator, since she makes up for the slow movement that generally comes with using it. She can peek and shoot with the operator and then dash away before anyone someone can retaliate, which many players would even consider to be overpowered. Jett's high skill ceiling and fragging potential make her a great choice for players who want to dominate the game, but it doesn't just stop there. Jett's ultimate ability, Blade Storm, is one of the most powerful in Valorant. The knives deal high damage and reset on kill, meaning she can wipe out an entire team if she lands her shots without even needing to spend any credits on a weapon. Ultimates that can make up for your team's economy like this are generally some of the strongest in the game because they provide your team with opportunities on rounds that you normally are meant to lose. It's not as if Jett's knives just make up for not having a gun though. They actually are in many ways more powerful than a rifle due to the mobility they provide her. Being able to be fully accurate while moving is something that isn't expected in a game like Valorant, making it very difficult for enemies to hit Jett when she has her knives out. It's very common that Jett will pick up at the very least one kill with her knives, oftentimes allowing a team to snowball on their eco round, which is something you just won't find in every agent. Keep in mind, Jett's playstyle requires a lot of skill and confidence, as she has to take risks and expose herself to enemy fire. However, if mastered, she can be unstoppable in any situation. She can clutch rounds with her knives, escape sticky situations with her dash, and even protect her team with her smokes. Jett is one of the best carry agents in Valorant because she can single-handedly turn the tide of a match with her speed and precision, which is exactly why she finds herself on this list. Finally, for our last agent you should be looking to play, we have Skye. Skye's ability to play both aggressively and defensively makes her an incredible asset to any team. Between healing allies, flashing enemies, and gathering info, Skye is a powerhouse of an initiator, and definitely is underrated in the current meta, especially considering how powerful her ultimate can be at swaying the tide of a round. Nobody is really ever excited to be going against the Skye. By far, one of Skye's strongest abilities is her Trailblazer, which allows her to clear out a large area safely for her team. The golden boy of drones in the past, he used to be Sova's Owl drone, but over time Sova was hit with nerf after nerf, making it so Skye's Wolf is a lot more appealing. It covers a very large amount of ground and can easily force players off angles due to the threat of being stunned, making Skye easily one of the best initiators for rushing, which in matchmaking is pretty much the only strat teams know how to do. Beyond this, Skye's Guiding Light is also an excellent tool for both assisting your team with their push or even just allowing you the ability to play more aggressive. Although she's underrated, Skye actually has some advantages over other agents in Valorant. For example, she has more control over her flashes than a Breach or Phoenix. She can curve them around corners and detonate them at will, or even not detonate them at all to fake enemies out. She also gets feedback on whether her flashes hit anyone or not, making them one of the fastest scouting tools in the game. She is also a better healer than Sage because she can heal multiple allies at once as long as she has line of sight, meaning you can really rack up those assists really fast. Overall, Skye has slowly started to creep her way back into the meta and is easily one of the best initiators in the game right now. And there you have it, the top 5 agents that are dominating solo queue right now. Remember, if you're learning to master any of these agents, the best way to do so is over at SkillCapped, where our world-class coaches went in-depth showcasing all their best strategies for how to carry with these agents. In less than an hour, you can learn all of the best strategies for how to get kills with each agent and start carrying your games today. What's more is that your site subscription also gets you direct access to our radiant coaches in the Discord, as well as the ability to get your own games reviewed so you can improve quickly. So what are you waiting for? If you want to improve at Valorant today, be sure to check out SkillCapped. And other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.